Hello, welcome to PhyzQuest. So this is the solution video for GATE 2020 General Aptitude part. Here we will discuss from question number 1 to question number 5. So the question number 1 is, he is known for his unscrupulous ways. He always sheds blank tears to deceive people. So this question is based on popular idioms. Idiom is a phrase whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of the individual words in it. Now the statement, he is known for his unscrupulous ways. He always shed tears to deceive people. Now this statement is related to showing a type of emotion. Crocodile tears is a popular idiom which means insincere display of emotions. So the correct answer would be the crocodile tears. Now crocodile's tear would be something which is actually related to crocodile, which has nothing to do with the given question. Now same as in case with fox and foxes. So here the correct answer will be option C, crocodile. Now let's move ahead to the next question. Question number 2 is, Zofra Archer, the England fast bowler, is blank than accurate. This question is based on comparative, adjective and adverb. So when such type of comparative adjective or adverb are used in a statement, there are certain rules are followed. So first of all, before deciding the option, you have to understand that rule so that not only this question, in other type of question also you will be able to answer it. So let's see what are the rules. So basically there are two set of rules. First rule is, see, the adjective or adverb of one syllable comes under this type of rule. So first is either the adjective of one syllable or the adjective of two syllable ending with y, or the adverb of one syllable or short adverb which does not end with ly. So in all those cases this first rule will apply. So in all these cases what will happen is, here in all these cases for comparative purpose, er is added at the end of the word. So this is the situation which I am talking about when we are dealing with adjective of one syllable. Now similarly, if the adjective ends with y, then remove y and add IER. And third one is, if the adverb ends with E, then only add R to it. So we can understand this by using example. In the first case, adjective of one syllable. Syllable means number of vowel sound in the word. So one syllable means one vowel sound. Don't get confused this with number of vowel. It is number of vowel sound. So one syllable means one vowel sound. So example you can take is hard. So it has one syllable. So the comparative word, as per the rule, what we have to do is we have to add ER to it. So hard will become harder. Similarly, when adjective of two syllable ending with y. So here example will be pretty. Pretty ends with y and it's an adjective of two syllable. Now here, since it is ending with y, as per the rule, for comparative purpose, remove y and add IER. So pretty will become prettier. Similarly, when adverb of one syllable or any kind of a short adverb, for example, late. So, when late is used for comparative purpose, just it is ending with E, so you have to just add R to it. So, late will become later. Now, this is the first rule. There is another rule. So, rule number 2 is adjective or adverb ending with ly. So here we have discussed adverb of one syllable not ending with ly. Here adjective of adverb ending with ly. Here no syllable ground is used here, just only any kind of adjective of or adverb ending with ly. So in this case, for comparative word, you have to add more before the word. So example will be, suppose you have a word slowly. Slowly will become more slowly. Now, these are the two set of rules which has to be followed by using the comparative purpose, the words used as a comparative purpose. Now, there are some special cases too. So, the special cases are, the example can be good becomes better, little becomes less, and far becomes further or farther. So, like that it will happen. So, these are some of the special cases. But in generally these type of two rules have to be followed. Now let's come to our question. In our question, here it is given as, you have to look at the options here. So here the word which is common in all the option is fast. So now fast, as you can see, it is a one syllable adjective. So as per the rule, for the comparative word for a one syllable adjective, er is to be added. So the correct answer would be faster. More fast and less fast are not correct. Though in spoken English some people use that word, but as per standard rule it is not correct. And more faster is completely wrong, because this is, see here, both more and faster, both are comparative words, and this forms two comparatives in a row. So this is completely wrong. So here the correct answer will be option B, faster. Now let's move on to the next question. So question number 3 is, select the word that fits the analogy. So when as build is to building, we have to find out what is grow is to the correct word to it. So this analogy is of verb versus noun. So first word is the verb and the second word is the noun. So you here build is a verb and building is the corresponding noun. So similarly in this case, grow is a verb. So we need to find out its corresponding noun form. Now look at the four options. Here grew and grown. See, these are the past tense. These are the past tense and the participle form of grow. And there is no such word called growed. So now we are left with only word that is growth, and growth is a noun. So the correct answer would be option C, growth. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 4 is, it's a statement by some person. I don't think you know the case well enough to have opinions. Having said that, I agree with your other point. So here we need to find out what does this phrase having said that mean in this given text. Now first of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of having said that. Having said that phrase indicates that the statement after this phase will be an exception to the statement before this phase. So focus on the word exception. Okay. Now here we will discuss each of the option. Now First, check this in addition to. In addition to is used while providing some extra information about any statement before the phrase. So it is in a way used as a supporting phrase. So this is not the correct option. Similarly, option A is as opposed to. So as opposed to is used when you want to clarify that you are talking about one particular thing and something and not something else. And it's like comparing two things and selecting which one is right. Same is case with option D, that is contrary to, which means something is true even though it is opposite to what other people believe. So both as opposed to and contrary both differentiate between two statements and choosing one of them as right and other is wrong. But this is not the case here. Here the statement, I don't think you know the case well enough to have opinions. This fact is true for the speaker in a general way. But after the phrase, having said that, he said that I agree with your other point. It shows as an exception to the general fact. So that means something which is not affected by the thing previously mentioned, which is perfectly described by this word despite. So here despite actually describes certain kind of exception which has previously said. So the correct answer here would be option B, despite what I have said. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 5 is define x as the greatest integer less than or equal to x. For each x belongs to minus infinity to infinity. If y equal to x, the area under y for x belongs to 1 to 4 is what we need to find out. So here, now let's solve this problem. So here we are given y is equal to x as the greatest integer less than or equal to x, where x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. The range is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now in the question we have to find out the area under y for x belongs to 1 to 4, the x ranging from 1 to 4. First of all, let us understand what would be the value of y for different value of x ranging from 1 to 4. Now y is the greatest integer function. It is this x with the bracket is known as the greatest integer function of x. So what this basically does is it rounds off the real number to the integer. Okay, so when such type of function is applied, it basically rounds off the number down to the nearest integer. You can consider an example. Suppose if x is equal to 1.5 and the greatest integer function is applied, so when the 1.5 greatest integer function will be equal to 1, which is basically the value of the integer less than the given value. So that means if you find out the greatest integer function of x ranging from 1.1 to 1.9, in each of the cases the greatest integer will be equal to 1. So to find out the area under such type of curve, we have to first write down the values of y for different values of x. So let's do that. So when, as it's already mentioned that x is ranging from 1 to 4. So for each state we'll write it down. So for x ranging from 1.1 to 1.9, y will be equal to 1. Similarly, for x ranging from 2.1 to 2.9, y will be equal to 2. Similarly, 3.1 to 3.9, y will be equal to 3. So now we have got all the value of the y for different range of value of x. Now we have to plot it. So let's draw that. So this is the axis. So here when we'll do this plot, the plot will be kind of like this. As you can see, for 1.1 to 1.9, this is 1, 2.1 to 2.9, this is 2, 3.1 to 3.9, this is 3. Now the question is, we have to find out the area under the curve. So how to calculate it? What we can do is, we will calculate the area of each step. As you can see, this is this is not exactly a curve, this is kind of a step thing. So for each step, we will find out the area under each step and make a total to find out the total area under the curve. So to do that, let's drop the lines, and when we find out the area, first of all we will find out area of each of the curve. So here in the first case, here this is the difference, this distance is 1, and this is from 1 to 2, so this is 1, and this is also 1. So 1 into 1 will be equal to 1. This area under this curve is 1. Similarly, this distance is 1 and this distance is 2. So area under this will be 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Similarly, this third curve, it has the distance is 1 to this distance is 1 and this distance is 3. So 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So we have find out the area under each of the step. Now the total area under y will be equal to the total of this area, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 6. Now let's check the option. Now if you check the option, you can see that option D is matching with our result. So correct answer for this question is option D.